Okay, so I've made over £200,000 selling digital products, and in this video, I'm going to share exactly how you can do this as well. You don't need any experience, you don't need to have any skills for this. You can do this from your phone, from your laptop, anywhere in the world. And I'm going to share in this video exactly how you can do it and how I've done it, so you can just literally just copy me and do this yourself. And no, I'm not trying to sell you a £1,000 course or anything. With this video, I'm just going to share exactly how you can do this, and it's completely free. So just carry on watching and you'll be able to do the exact same. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, when it actually comes to digital products, you might not know what that is. So it's not like, for example, buying this pen or this book that I've got next to me. They're actual physical products. So it's not like drop shipping, it's not e-commerce, anything like that. So it's not like you have to buy this for £1 and then sell it for £6, but then it costs £3 to deliver or to ship. So then you've only got £2 profit. That pretty much just kills like an online business pretty quickly, in my opinion, especially if you're starting this as somebody who from complete scratch who doesn't have a lot of money to start. So no, this doesn't cost like thousands to start. You can literally do this for free from your phone. And I'm also going to link the free 1 hour course that I've done for my YouTube video as a YouTube video in this video for you. And you can just click that somewhere or down below so you can go and watch further. If you don't know what a digital product is, that is something that's essentially from your phone, from your laptop. That's something digital, realistically, a digital product. Like, for example, you can't have this pen as a digital product because you need it to write down on a notepad, for example. But what you can have as a digital product is an ebook, a PDF, a guide, something that's got loads of valuable information on it that's going to help somebody go from A to B. The same reason why we buy products in real life. I bought this pen because I need to write in my notepad. For example, you might buy an Instagram growth guide as an ebook because you want to grow on Instagram, for example, right? It's the same reason I might buy a fitness plan ebook, for example, but from somebody who knows what they're talking about in the fitness industry, as an ebook that got emailed straight to me. I can watch it, I can read it straight away, and I can actually change my life straight away. So that's the plan with digital products. Somebody can buy it from you and they can use the product and change their life with whatever that it is that you've essentially sold them. They can do that instantly and you can get the cash instantly, which is obviously a really good business model because, again, it's not like a pen, you're buying that and then shipping it and then like little to no profit. Whereas a digital product, you can create it. It gets emails straight to somebody, literally as soon as they buy from your store, which we'll talk about later in this video. And as soon as they've got the product, they can go and use it and you've got the cash, which is a win-win for everyone, right? And the profit margins are insane, like 80 to 90%. Obviously, there's store fees and that's about it. You don't pay any money for ads, products, anything like that. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. But firstly, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed and you want to learn more about digital products, it'd be much appreciated if you can drop a subscribe. It means a lot. And yeah, let's do this. So first, you need to establish your niche, right? Or you need to find a niche. And this isn't going to be one of those generic videos where it's like, okay, you need to find a niche, then figure out what they do, what they need help with. Again, that is a simple way of how you can do this, but I'm going to put it into more in depth so that you can actually do this and not like a generic video that you watch somewhere and it's like, oh, it's the same again, do this, do that. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to share the simplest way you can do this. But you need to establish a niche, right? So if you don't know what a niche is, like you're watching this from complete scratch as an online business, a niche is something that's like a category, etc. For example, films, you've got genres, you've got horror, you've got comedy, etc. Right? As niche, you've got fitness, business, sports, clothing, what else you've got? Just anything really, accessories, books, you name it, right? So you've got different niches, right? But you need to establish a niche that you are either passionate about, knowledgeable in, you've got skills in, you've done loads of it, just what your job is. So you might be somebody in sales, so you're really good within like the sales niche, if you like. You might be somebody who's helped people go from A to B in the fitness industry, you're a fitness coach. Okay, your niche might be fitness. Okay, but that's what everyone does, right? Everyone creates a niche or thinks of a niche and then goes down that route. So fitness, fitness, business, you name it, finance, etc. Everyone just stops at that point where I don't think that's the right way to do it. For example, within fitness, what are you going to do within fitness? Like, are you going to have nutrition? Are you going to focus on health? Are you going to focus on working out? Is it meal plans? All that type of stuff, right? Fitness, there's so much to go into it, right? That's just one big niche. The same with business. What are you going to help people with within that niche? Is it email marketing? Is it content for their business? Is it getting leads? Is it growing their personal brands? All this type of stuff, right? That people struggle with within their business. Or finance, for example. What do you help people with? Is it investing? Is it crypto? Is it stocks? Is it budgeting? Whatever it may be, right? They are big niches. So fitness, business, finance. We're just going to go off those three niches. But from that, why don't we just go one step further and actually sub-niche down to what I've just said? Essentially, you've got your niche. Why not figure out a sub-niche on that so that you essentially differentiate yourself from the rest? And this is where competition comes in, I suppose. If people just went straight into fitness and tried to do everything and anything rather than being a master in one. So you might be a master in nutrition, just go all in on that. Or you might be somebody who's really interested in football. Don't try and juggle football and tennis, perhaps, because then you're going to be putting 50% effort into one and 50% into other, when really you just want to go 100% in one, right? So let's sub niche. From fitness, you've got, again, like I said, nutrition, you've got health, you've got working out, you've got dieting, you've got loads of stuff, right? Even just like checking your heart rate and all that type of stuff, right? That is a sub niche of what you can do within fitness, right? Anything, working out, etc. You've also got health with that. So you've got people's personal health, personal development, all that type of stuff. That could come under health as another niche. Business, again, you've got email marketing, you've got getting leads, you've got growing on social media, you've got paid advertising campaigns, marketing, sales, everything, right? So you want to really nail one sub niche rather than just trying to nail a niche, because then it gets a lot easier, especially if you have this knowledge and passion. If you don't, by the way, don't worry, you can literally use AI to do this with you. And again, I can show you how to do that. I'll leave a free link down below. You can book a call with me, completely free call, and you can just figure out how to do all this as well. So yeah, I'll leave that down below so you can book a call. But essentially, there's loads of things that you can sub niche around. So even with fitness, you've got budgeting, you've got financing, saving, investing, all these different types of sub niches, right? So once you've established your sub niche, you then go into your audience's problems. So this isn't like a generic thing like, who's your target audience or who's your customer avatar or anything like that. You essentially need to write down your audience's problems. Like if you know, you might be somebody who's faced these problems within that niche before, so you've got a really good background of it, or you've been doing sales for 50 years and you know, that's quite a long time to do that, but you've been doing sales for like 30 years, so you know the average customer, how much they pay, how much pain they're in with the problems that they have, how much they would pay to get the problem solved, etc. You need to write down your audience's problems as much as you physically can, to the point where they would just throw money at you for their problems to be changed. So, for example, fitness, right? And you've got sub-niche down from that, so you've got nutrition. Okay, one of their problems are they don't know how to diet or they don't know how to stay healthy. For me, as a business owner, it's so easy to just go and like get food on the way or like McDonald's or something like that, right? Whereas myself, I know that dietary and all that type of stuff is so key, even just to have a good mindset, really. So it could be anything. It could be struggling to diet, could be struggling to maintain the diet, it could be you don't like the foods, all that type of stuff. That could just be for nutrition, right? But for business, again, you could write down all the problems that they struggle with. They're not getting any leads, there's no cash flow, there's no profit, there's no content coming in, you're not getting any views, you're not getting the marketing's not working. Once you've established these audiences' problems, which again, if you've got a sub niche, again, you can literally ask AI to figure out these problems for you. But I do recommend that if you've got knowledge in something, use that, because then it's going to be a lot easier to talk about and it's something you've actually done as well, rather than just getting AI to do it for you. What do they struggle with, essentially, right? And that is what that long list of problems are that you should have. Because when you have your audience's problems, or you figure out what they struggle with, what they pay for, how much they pay, how much pain they're in with these problems, and not like physical pain, by the way, I mean like as in they want to change their life from this, or it will transform their income, their health, the wealth, etc., whatever it may be. Because that's what most people struggle with, or they want to improve, is either their health, their wealth, or just income and health, essentially, right? That's what we all want. We all want more money. We all want to be fit and healthy. But after we've got the audience's problems, we actually need to just package the problem. And again, this is literally what I've done to make over £200,000 across multiple niches, and I also help people one-to-one doing this now. So I know a thing or two about this. So package the problem, right? This is where we're going to create the digital product. So I'm not actually going to create the actual product on this video, but I'm going to share exactly how you can do it. There's loads of different ways you can create the digital product and create a package product. So like an ebook, a template, a guide, a course, maybe an online course, community group. They're all type of digital assets or digital products that you can essentially sell. But packaging it is really simple. So you've got those long lists of problems. Create a digital product that solves all of those problems, because then it's a no-brainer. And if you underprice and over-deliver, who's going to say no to that? Especially if they're in that stage where they're facing that problem, essentially, if you see what I mean. If you package the problem, solving all those problems that you've wrote down for that audience, and what we'll talk about next is traffic. If the traffic goes to that product, there's no way they're going to say no, especially if it's underpriced and over-deliver. And that's what I always sort of stand by. I'd rather underprice and over-deliver and increase the quantity amount of customers, because you can always then increase the lifetime value of a customer. If they buy something for you for £10 and they're really happy with it, they might come back to your product, which is worth £20 in a year's time if you launch something new, rather than charging £50 and it was something that didn't live up to their standards, which again, some people have different standards, I suppose, and some people are take information in differently, but that's what I would do. Package a problem, so create a digital product. So you could use Canva, you could use Google Docs to just put loads of info in there. You could even use WAP, loads of stuff, right? For me, I use Canva and What personally, just because I think they're the best platforms to use. And obviously the store that I use, which is what we're going to talk about, is Stan Store, and I'm going to leave a link down below so you can do a 14-day free trial with them as well, because that's where essentially your digital products are going to be. But yeah, again, if you want any help with this, or you want any help figuring out your niche, your digital product, packaging, the marketing, your store, everything, again, I'll leave a free link down below. You can book a call with me and I can show you how to do this essentially. But yeah, once you package the problem, you need traffic. So you need people to actually look at your package. Look at the problem, if you like. So how do we actually get traffic? So it's easy when saying it like this, but social media. So you've got Instagram, you've got TikTok, you've got Facebook, you've got YouTube, you've got Twitter, or X, sorry. You've got Threads, you've got so many social media platforms, even LinkedIn if you're trying to, I would use LinkedIn if you're trying to sell digital products to higher ticket clients. I use it more for consulting, to be honest, but all the other platforms are great. For TikTok, it's been amazing for me. Even on a personal brand journey, it's super easy to actually grow an audience on there. So yeah, traffic, social media. So you've got that long list of problems, and I talk about this in most videos, to be honest, because it is literally as simple as this. That whole list of problems that you wrote down to do with your audience, just create content around it. So if somebody wants to lose weight but they don't like eating healthy food, I would literally just pick up the phone just like this and record a video. Here's how you can lose weight without having to, here's how you, I don't want to put that on my face because of the sun. Here's how you can lose weight whilst eating a Big Mac. Or here's how you can lose weight without having to go to the gym. Here's how you can lose weight without just eating chicken and rice. All these problems that the people might be facing, what's going to happen is people are going to come across that short form video on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and then they're going to follow you, they're going to like, and then over time, if you keep giving that free value, then if that's really good free value, i.e. the content that you're talking directly to them with their common problems, they're going to not hesitate to buy your £10 product, which is the ultimate package problem solver, which is your digital product, right? And that is just really simple. It might sound really simple like this, oh yeah, just create content and send them to a store and this and that. It is literally this easy if you just talk directly to your audience's problems, and that's it. So once you've actually got traffic on social media, where should you send them to? So for me, I use Stan Store. I'll try and insert a picture now of what my store looks like, or you can just look at it on my Instagram, which is just Charlie Newnham. But yeah, traffic, social media to your store, which again, you can use Stan Store, you can use WAP, there's loads of different platforms. But Stan Store is what I use to upload my digital products to. Essentially, people can just click that in the link in your bio and just buy that product from you for £10, £20, even £1,000. If your audience is struggling that much and your product has absolutely every problem in it, that's going to either increase their income, their wealth, or health, or whatever it is that you're trying to help people with, they're not going to hesitate to say no. But your store is where you upload your digital products. So again, when somebody buys from you, the store handles everything in terms of emailing, customer service, customer support, everything, right? And that's what I think really good with Stan Store. That's why I've used it for literally over a year now, because I think they're really good. And I don't really suggest anything to anyone unless I've tried it myself or unless I do it myself. You'll probably know that anyway if you've been watching me for a while. But essentially, Stan Store, you can use that. You can upload digital products on there. You can have a course on there, a community group, you name it. I think it's really cool. But yeah, that's where you can put your digital products. And once you've got traffic, you can send them to there. It's essentially just like a link in your bio, or you can create a store, which is really template based. And that is where people can buy from you. So let's just recap, right? So you need to establish a niche. So fitness, business, finance. But then what you want to do is sub-niche down. So fitness, you've got nutrition, you've got working out, you've got gym workouts, etc. Business, you've got email marketing, how to get leads, how to do content, how to grow a personal brand, you name it, creating a website for your business, marketing, sales, all that type of stuff, right? That's sub-niching down to what business is. Finance, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but helping people with budgeting, saving, investing, you name it, right? That's sub-niching down. And then what you want to do is you want to write down as many problems as you possibly can think of that audience is going to struggle with. So if it comes to saving, okay, why can't they save? Is it because they like going out every weekend? Is it because they don't earn enough? Whatever it may be, right? So you need to write down those audience problems, and then you can package the problem into a digital product that solves all of those problems as much as you physically can, and underprice and over deliver. So put it really, really cheap to the point where it's like, I don't actually think I could charge that cheap. That's really good if you feel like that. But again, over time, you want to increase the value when you've got reviews, testimonials, etc. But then also, you just need to send traffic to your digital products. So again, how do we do that? Social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Speak directly to your audience with their problems. So if they want to lose weight without dieting, here's how you can lose weight whilst eating a Big Mac. Obviously, it's not great, but you want to help them by talking directly to them in your content. and then send them to your store where they can either purchase from you, become a lead, send them they can send you their email address. You can email market, but again, that's for another video. But that is how essentially I've made over £200,000 from this, and how anyone could do this as well. And I started this with no real experience in 2024, and now, as I say, I've actually made over £250,000 from all of this, but £200,000 digital products and everything like that. So yeah, as I say, that's how you can do it, and that's how I've done it. And if you want to book a free call with me, there's a link down below in the description, and essentially start making money with digital products, no matter who you are. I've helped over 1,000 people do this now within my community group, and I help people one-to-one as well. So yeah, book a call with me, or just subscribe and wait for some more free videos. But yeah, thank you for watching.